I'm talking about therapists referring clients out for dumb fucking reasons. I feel like we need to have the conversation, the reminder that there is a very big distinction, a difference between a client who is not clinically appropriate for you to work with based on your skills and your training, and a client who maybe just makes you feel a little uncomfortable because it's a presentation you haven't totally worked with before. Those are different things. Those are very, very, very different things. One is acting in the best interest of the client because it would be potentially harmful for you to treat them without a particular training, expertise, skill set, or whatever. Trauma therapy, I think, is a great example of that, right? The other is imposter syndrome and a little bit of the uncomfies, and you are technically probably trained and competent in handling a said situation, diagnosis, presentation, whatever it might be, but you haven't done it before, or it just looks a little different than you're used to. And I fear that that situation is often a really fabulous, wonderful time for growth, okay? Don't hate me. When I was supervising a lot, this was a conversation we were having repeatedly. We were having over and over and over again. Is a client truly like not an appropriate client for you to see, or is it challenging you as a therapist? And being challenged as a therapist is actually a really good thing, because we're in a career where you have to be a constant learner, okay? You cannot stay stagnant. You have to be a constant learner. And so having clients that gives you a little bit of the uncomfies is a really great way to ensure that you are continuing to learn and grow in this field. I also think that it's a really good reminder of just like how like vulnerable and difficult a client coming to therapy can be, how much of the uncomfies they have, because sometimes we just like get in our groove and day to day, like we forget like how like intense of a process like coming to therapy for the first time is. And so I think when we have a little bit of the uncomfies, it's just a really good reminder of like, again, the power of the therapeutic exchange. Sometimes we need that reminder when we're doing it day in and day out. So again, clinically inappropriate and clinically challenging for you as a therapist, different things, not the same thing. Obviously, it should go without saying that if you are meeting or having a situation that is clinically challenging for you, you should have like appropriate like supervision, consultation, all that kind of stuff, right? Like that is a requirement for that. A little bit of the uncomfies, real good for us.